So if a data set consists of n attributes, then we have to decide which attribute is to be placed at the root or at different levels. So we cannot randomly select any node to be placed in the root. So if you do like that, we will get a bad results or trees with low accuracy. So we have to use certain feature selection measures, and we already studied about one feature selection measure known as the information gain. In this class, we will discuss about Gini index. Gini index of a data set is another feature selection measure in the construction of classification trees. Gini index is used in CART algorithm also. There are two types of classification trees, regression trees and regression trees and decision trees. In CART, we are using regression tree. In that case, we are using Gini index. So the formula for Gini index is, if you are having a data set S, and if there are R class labels, C1, C2, etc., CR, then Pi is the probability, or Pi is the proportion of examples having class label CA. So the Gini index, formula for Gini index is 1 minus sigma I is equal to 1 to R Pi the whole square. This is similar to the formula of information gain. There also we are using Pi, which is the probability. Here it is 1 minus sigma I is equal to 1 to R Pi the whole square. Previously it was minus Pi log 2 to the base Pi. So only small difference between these two measures. When you consider this database, there are 10 samples. The class labels are mammal, reptile, fish, amphibian. Now we can find out the Gini index for this particular database. For finding out the Gini index for this entire data set, you have to find out the class labels and the number of class labels belonging to each class. So when you take mammal, there are two records with class label mammal. Reptile, there is only one record. Bird, 2. Amphibian, 3. Fish, 2. So this is the distribution of the various samples. Number of examples with class label amphi, 3. Number of examples with class label bird, 2. Number of examples with class label fish, 2. Number of examples with class label mammal, 2. Number of examples with class label 1. Reptile, that is 1. So there are total 10 examples or 10 samples. From this, we know the distribution of each class. So based on this, we can find out the Gini index. That is 1 minus sigma I is 1 to R Pi the whole square. So for this database, it is 1 minus 3 by 10 the whole square, minus 2 by 10 the whole square, minus 2 by 10 the whole square, minus 2 by 10 the whole square, minus 1 by 10 the whole square. Now, when you take an attribute, we have to find out, when we take that particular attribute, what is the Gini index. For that, we can use Gini split index. That is, let S be the set of examples, A be a feature or an attribute. Then S be the set of values, subset of SV be the subset of S with attribute is equal to V. And values of A be the set of possible values of A. Then we can find out the split in attribute of Gini split of that attribute, that is equal to Gini split SA is equal to sigma V values of A SV divided by S into Gini SV. When you apply this formula in a particular database, you will understand the formula clearly. So there is one more feature selection measure, which is known as gain ratio. Gain ratio is the third feature selection measure in the construction of classification trees. Gain ratio, when you find the formula for gain ratio is like this. Gain split information, gain ratio is equal to gain SA divided by split information SA. So gain SA is you have already seen entropy of S minus V minus values of A, SV by S, entropy of SV. So gain SA, that means you can find out the information gain for a particular attribute, that is gain SA. Then split information, that is minus I is equal to 1 to C, Si divided by S, log 2 to the base Si by S. This is split information. So gain ratio is gain SA divided by split information SA. So when you consider the database, this database, you can find out that we can find out the entropy value for that particular database based on the distribution of classes. That is, you have already found out, that is equal to minus 2.2464. Then gain SA, that also we calculated previously. Then what is split information? Split information is when you take the attribute gives birth. What is split information? You have to consider the values of the attribute gives birth. Gives birth, the attribute gives birth is having two values, yes or no. So there are 4 attributes, 4 records with value yes and 6 records with value no. In that case, what is the split information of SA? S divided by S into log 2 to the base S divided by S. That is 4 attributes. So S is 4 minus 4. Total number of attributes 10 minus 4 by 10 log 2 to the base 4 by 10 minus 6 by 10 log 2 to the base 6 by 10. This is the split information. That is equal to 0.9710. So the gain ratio is gain SA divided by split information SA. That is equal to 0.5880. Now, I will explain this data set, how we can find out the entropy of the whole data set. That is, for finding out the entropy of the whole data set, you have to find out how the class labels are distributed. In the data set, there are 3 class labels with amphibian, 2 with bird, 2 with fish, 2 with mammal, and 1 reptile, and total 10 attributes. So you can find out the entropy of the whole data set using the formula sigma p log 2 to the base p. So this is the entropy of the whole data set. Minus 3 by 10 log 2 to the base 3 by 10, minus 2 by 10 log 2 to the base 2 by 10, minus 2 by 10 log 2 to the base 2 by 10, minus 2 by 10 log 2 to the base 2 by 10, minus 1 by 10 log 2 to the base 1 by 10. So to calculate the entropy of the whole data set, you have to find out the distribution of class labels in the data set and take the probability value and apply in the formula minus p log 2 to the base p. When you take the sum of all these classes, you will get the entropy of the whole data set. To find out a particular attribute, how that attribute can be used, you have to take that particular attribute. Suppose we want to find out the gain of gives birth. So when you take gives birth, gives birth is having 2 values, yes and no. Then the whole data is divided based on yes and based on no. So when you take yes, the records with the value yes is given in this table. All the records with value S is given in this table. So there are 4 records, and the class distribution also you have to find out. Then only you can find out the entropy value corresponding to gives birth S. You can see that there are 2 mammals, 1 bird, and 1 fish. Similarly, so the distribution of class label, bird 1, fish 1, mammal 2, total 4. So you can apply the formula P log 2 to the base P to find out the entropy of S. Yes, attribute gives birth is equal to yes. Then this is the formula for gives birth is equal to yes. That is minus 1 by 4 log 2 to the base 1 by 4, minus 1 by 4 log 2 to the base 1 by 4, minus 2 by 4 log 2 to the base 2 by 4. Similarly, when you take no, these are the values. So in the case of no, gives birth no, there are 6 records. You can find out the class label distribution. Reptile 1, fish 1, bird 3, and amphibian 3, bird 1. So based on that, you can find out the entropy value corresponding to the attribute gives birth with no. So this is the value minus 3 by 6 log 2 to the base 3 by 6 minus 1 by 6 log 2 to the base 1 by 6 minus 1 by 6 log 2 to the base 1 by 6 minus 1 by 6 log 2 to the base 1 by 6. So from these two entropy values, you have to find out entropy yes, entropy no. And when you substitute the form in these values in the formula, you will get the information gain. This is the formula. Entropy of the whole data set minus V values of A into SV divided by S into entropy of SV. That is, here, this is the value, how we can find out the entropy. Computation of gain S gives birth. Gives birth is having S no values. So SA S is equal to 4. Then entropy of SAS we calculated, that is 1.5. SA no is equal to 6. Then entropy of SA we have calculated 1.7925. Then we can apply this formula. Entropy gain SA1 is equal to entropy S minus V values of A1 SV divided by S into entropy of SV. So when you substitute, entropy S denotes the whole data set, the entire data set, minus SA is equal to 1, SA1 equals S divided by S. SA into entropy of SA1 equal to S minus SA1 is equal to no divided by S into entropy of SA is equal to no. That is, whole data set is, entropy of whole data set is 2.2464 minus 4 by 10 into 1.5 minus 6 by 10 into 1.7925. That is equal to 0.5709. This is the gain. So after finding out the gain, you have to find out the difference between gain SA and the split information SA. In split information SA, we are not considering the class labels. We are considering only the distribution of values. When you want to find out the gain SA, we have to consider not only the distribution of values, how the values are divided, but we have to consider how the classes are distributed. But in the case of split information, we are considering how the values are divided, not how the classes are divided. So the values are yes, yes, and yes, no. So the split information is yes, yes divided by total number of yes log 2 to the base s s divided by s minus s no divided by s into log 2 to the base s no divided by s. So we know that there are 4 samples with the value yes. So minus 4 by 10 log 2 to the base 4 by 10 minus there are 6 samples with the value no. That is minus 6 by 10 into log 2 to the base 6 by 10. So in split information, only the distribution of values are considered, not the class labels. So that is the difference between split information and gain. So we found out the gain, we found out the entropy of the whole data set, then the gain, then we can calculate the split information. From this, we can find out the gain ratio as gain SA divided by split information SA. This attribute, this measure is also used as a feature selection measure in the construction of decision trees. This is the outline of the decision tree algorithm. Place the best feature of the data set at the root of the tree. Split the training set into subsets. Subset should be made in such a way that each subset contains data with the same value for a feature. Then we can repeat these steps until we find leaf nodes in all branches of the tree. So there are different decision tree algorithms. The names are ID3. Expansion is iterative dichotomizer 3. This algorithm is developed by Rose Quinlan, and the same person developed another algorithm C4.5. Then another algorithm C5. For one more algorithm for finding out the decision tree is classification and regression tree CART. We found that Gini index is used as a selection measure in CART. Then one rule. another algorithm developed by Robert Fort in 1993. Ripper, this is another algorithm for creation of decision trees. The expansion of Ripper is repeated incremental pruning to produce error reduction. So these are some of the algorithms used in decision trees. We have to study ID3 algorithm. The ID3 algorithm was developed by Ross Quinlan, and the expansion is iterative dichotomizer 3. This was published in the year 1975. Now, if you study all these algorithms as a project work, you can also develop a new algorithm by trying to analyze these algorithms and finding their problem, and you can find out solutions. That's why new algorithms are developed. So the algorithm ID3 uses certain assumptions. So one is that in this algorithm, we are using information gain. There are different selection measures, feature selection measures. 3 measures we have already studied, out of which we are using information gain in ID3 algorithm. Then we assume that there are 2 class labels, namely plus or minus. So the examples will be with class label plus are called positive examples, and examples with the class label minus, and they are called the negative examples. That means that this is mainly applied in binary classification problem. And we are using the different notations in this algorithm. S is the set of examples, C is the class labels, F is the set of features, A is an arbitrary feature or attribute, values of A, that means the set of values of the feature A, V is the arbitrary value of V. V is an arbitrary value of A. SV is the set of examples with A is equal to V. And root represents the root node. So the algorithm, the various steps are: create a root node. Then if all examples are positive, then we can return a single root with the class label plus. Otherwise, if all examples are negative, then we can return a single node with the class label minus. If number of features is 0, then also we can stop. That means return single node tree with label equal to the most common class label. Else, we have to do these steps. That is, we have to find out the feature with the highest information gain. That is, let A be the feature in F with the highest information gain, and assign A to the root node in the decision tree. Then we have to consider the values of the feature A. For all values V of A, add a new branch. So when we take a feature, particular feature, we are dividing the branches based on the values of the feature. Add a new branch below root corresponding to V. If SV is empty, then below this branch, add a leaf node with label equal to the most common class label. Else, we have to iteratively going on adding the best attribute based on the remaining attributes. That is, below this branch, add the subtree formed by applying the same ID3 algorithm with the values. In that case, we have to consider only those features, those examples. That means SV, SF minus A. We can remove the attribute A and the values corresponding to A, and we will get a subset. In the subset, again, we are applying the ID3 algorithm. So this is an example we can do for ID3. In this, we are given a training data. From this training data, we have to generate the decision tree. In this training data, the details given are based on the features, outlook, temperature, humidity, wind. We can the value play tennis is decided. Based on these features, people will play tennis or not. So the class label is play tennis. That is, the values are no or yes. These values are based on the value of features, outlook, temperature, humidity, and wind. So we are given a data like this, training data. There are 14 records. From this training data, we have to generate a decision tree using the ID3 algorithm. So the first step is we are considering the root node. What attribute should be placed in the root node? This is our first problem. to be solved. So what are the attributes available? The attributes are outlook, temperature, humidity, and wind. So we want to find out which of these attributes should be placed in the root node. So for that, we have to consider the entropy of the entire data set. So first we have to calculate the entropy of the entire data set. So the entire data set, to calculate the entropy of the entire data set, we know the class labels are yes or no. And there are 9 records with the value yes and 5 records with value no. This information is enough for us to calculate the entropy of the entire data set. So the entropy of the entire data set is minus 9 by 14 into log 2 to the base 9 by 14 minus 5 by 14 into log 2 to the base 5 by 14. When you calculate this value, this is 0.9405. This is the entropy of the whole data set. Now, for each attribute, you have to find out the corresponding entropy values. When you take outlook, you can find that there are 3 different values in the feature outlook. They are sunny, overcast, and rain. So you have to calculate entropy sunny, entropy overcast, and entropy rain. So you consider entropy sunny. You can find that out of the 14 attributes, there are 5 attributes, 5 records with the value sunny. So in which 3 are in one class and 2 are in the other class. So the entropy of sunny is minus 3 by 5 log 2 to the base 3 by 5 minus 2 by 5 into log 2 to the base 2 by 5, which is equal to 0.9710. Now when you consider the value overcast for the attribute outlook, you can find that there are 4 values with 4 features or 4 records with the value overcast. All of them belongs to a single class. So the entropy S overcast is minus 4 by 4 log 2 to the base 4 by 4, which is equal to 0. Then when you consider the value rain, you can find that there are 5 records with the value rain. And this out of this 5, 3 are in one class, that is in no or S. The other 2 are in the other class. So the class distribution is 3 is in one class and 2 in other class. So the entropy of S rain is minus 3 by 5 log 2 to the base 3 by 5 minus 2 by 5 log 2 to the base 2 by 5, which is equal to 0.9710. So now you want to find the gain of the attribute outlook. Gain is the entropy of the whole data set minus number of times S sunny divided by S into entropy of S sunny minus number of S overcast divided by S into entropy of S overcast minus S rain into S rain divided by S into entropy of S rain. The entropy of the whole data set is minus 9.405 minus sunny is, we saw that there are 5 features. So 5 by 14 into entropy of S sunny minus 4 by 14 into entropy of S overcast minus 5 by 14 into entropy of S rain 0.9710. So total value is 0.2469. This is the gain of outlook. Gain S outlook is obtained like this. Now when you consider the calculation of gain S temperature. So you take the attribute temperature. You find that there are 3 values for the attribute temperature. They are hot, mild, and cold. So we have to calculate entropy hot, entropy mild, entropy cool. So entropy of S hot is equal to, then you take that particular attribute and check the value. You can find that there are 4 records having the value of temperature as hot, out of which 2 are in one class and 2 are in the other class. 2 are S and 2 are no. So the entropy of S hot is minus 2 by 4 log 2 to the base 2 by 4 minus 2 by 4 into log 2 to the base 2 by 4, which is equal to 1. Now when you consider temperature value mild, you can find that there are 6 records with value mild, out of which 4 are in one class and 2 are in the other class. So the entropy of S mild is minus 4 by 6 log 2 to the base 4 by 6 minus 2 by 6 log 2 to the base 2 by 6. That is equal to 0.99186. Now, when you consider the value of cool, similarly, you can take the value of cool. You can find that there are 4 records with the value of cool, out of which 3 are in one class and 1 are in the other class. One record is in the other class. So, the entropy of S cool is minus 3 by 4 log 2 to the base 3 by 4 minus 1 by 4 into log 2 to the base 1 by 4. Now, from these 3 entropy values, you can find out the gain. For finding the gain, you need the entropy of the entire data set minus S entropy of S minus S hot divided by S into entropy of S hot minus S mild divided by S into entropy of S mild minus S cool divided by S into entropy of S cool. So that is entropy of whole data set is 0.9405 minus S hot is 4 divided by number of items is 14 minus 4 by 14 into entropy of S hot is 1 minus S mild is 6. Total items are 14. So minus 6 by 14 into entropy of S mild minus S cool is 4. That is minus 4 divided by total number of items 14 into entropy of S cool. So the value you will obtain as 0.293. Similarly, you can calculate the value of S humidity and S gain. So when you calculate S humidity, you will obtain the value as 0.151 and gain as a gain of S wind, the attribute wind is 0.048. So to find out the attribute which can be placed in the root node, we have to take the attribute with the highest information gain. So out of these 4 attributes, you can find that the highest information gain is 0.2469, and that is for the attribute outlook. Out of the 4 attributes, outlook, temperature, humidity, wind, you can find that the highest information gain is for the attribute outlook. So the outlook will be placed in the root node. Now you can see the tree. In the root node, we are placing the outlook. Then we can divide the tree, the branches, based on the value of the outlook. The outlook values are sunny, overcast, rain. So these are the 3 branches in the decision tree. So we are dividing it as sunny, overcast, rain. Sunny goes to node 1, overcast goes to node 2, and rain goes to node 3. Now node 1, node 2, node 3, these values are unknown to us. So now to find out the attribute corresponding to node 1, you have to take only those samples with the value sunny. Similarly, to find out the value of node 2, you have to take only the value of those records with the outlook is equal to overcast from the entire data set. Similarly, when you take this particular branch, rain, you divide the whole data set and make the consider all the data set with the values outlook is equal to rain to prepare or to find out the value of node 3. See, we have taken only the, now to find out the next level, we have taken only the values with outlook equal to sunny. This is the data set for the next level. So when we take entropy of the whole data set, we are taking the entropy of this data set only. So this data set is represented as S1, and in the further calculation, we are taking the entropy of this data set, and we have to find out which is the best node attribute that can be placed in the next level by considering temperature, humidity, and wind. We have placed outlook in the one level, and based on outlook, we have divided sunny. Now from this, the next level, the node 2 value can be only temperature, humidity, or wind. For that, for finding out that best attribute, we have to consider only these data sets. That is with outlook sunny. Then we are taking the entropy of the whole data, which is equal to entropy S1. The entropy of this whole data can be represented as entropy of S1. Then we can find out the gain of temperature, gain of S humidity, gain of S wind. So to find out the gain of S temperature, we have to find out the entropy of this entire data set, which can be denoted as entropy of S1. Then from that, we can find out the temperature means there are three values, hot, mild, and cool. So there will be entropy hot, entropy mild, entropy cool. And based on the values of the these values, we can find out entropy as temperature. Entropy as temperature is equal to mild. Entropy as temperature is equal to cool. And the values as temperature, total S is, in this case, it is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the formula for finding out the best attribute. So you can find out the gain of S temperature, S humidity, and S wind. And based on the highest value, you can select temperature, humidity, or wind in the next level. So for finding out the gain, we can use this formula. So this is the entropy of the entire attribute, minus 2 by 5 log 2 to the base 2 by 5 minus 3 by 5 log 2 to the base 3 by 5. And when you consider the attribute temperature is equal to hot, you can find that the distribution is like this: hot, mild, cool. So the gain is minus 2 by 5 into minus 2 by 2 log 2 to the base 2 by 2. This is for which attribute? Temperature is equal to hot. Temperature is equal to hot. When you consider hot, there are two values and two of them are in the class label no. So that the entropy value is minus 2 by 2 log 2 to the base 2 by 2. So when you consider the next attribute, the distribution of values are, there are 5 attributes, out of which two are mild. So the value is 2 by 5. Then out of which one is no and one is S. So that is minus 1 by 2 log 2 to the base 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 log 2 to the base 1 by 2. Then the last value is cool. There is only one record with the value cool, and that is also included in the class label yes. So the entropy is minus 1 by 5 into minus 1 by 1 log 2 to the base 1 by 1. When you calculate, you will get a 0.5709. Similarly, you can find out the gain of S humidity and gain of S wind. So you can see that the highest gain is for the value humidity. So humidity will be placed in the next level. So when you take humidity, the two values are high and normal. So when you can divide based on high and normal, and you can find out the value of node 4 and node 5. Similarly, for each of these attributes based on the value of outlook overcast, you can group the attributes, find out the highest gain attribute having the highest information gain in node 2. Similarly, based on all the records with outlook value rain, you can group together and find out the gain, and the attribute with the highest gain can be placed in a node 3. So when we continue like this, you will get the table final decision tree as this one. That is root node outlook, sunny, overcast, rain are the branches. When you take overcast, you can find that all are in the class yes. So the leaf node is reached. When you take sunny, you can find that humidity is the attribute with the highest gain. So the humidity is having two values, high and normal. High will end in the class label no. Normal will end in the class label yes. When you take node 3, you can find that humidity is the attribute with the highest gain. And when you take the values high and normal, you will get the class label high. All the classes with value high are in the class no, and normal are in the class yes. So this is the final decision tree based on information gain, based on the algorithm ID3 generated from the data, training data given in the table. So you will get a table like decision tree like this. Similarly, you can find out the information Gini index values and split ratio for each of these attributes. ഹലോ, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നുണ്ടോ?
മനസ്സിലാവുന്നുണ്ട്.